Hey folks, it's Mangrel. Welcome back to the channel. I'm checking out a newly released tiny whip from BetaFPV. This is a part of the Air series, and this is the Air75 version 2, 75mm analog tiny whip. Now let's do a quick unboxing. Opening the box, we have the quad itself. Next, we have an extra camera canopy, and you can see this is the version 2. The front mount is completely different. We have an extra set of jam fan props. These are 3-blade props. And I love when manufacturers give us extra props in the package. Next, we have a bag with our typical BetaFPV daughter board. This allows us to connect our flight controller to our computer using a USB Type-C. We have some extra motor screws, some extra canopy camera mounting screws, and also 2 extra rubber grommets for the flight controller. Next, we have our QR code for the order support and knowledge base. Now, this is new. This actually walks through the thought process and background as to why BetaFPV has gone for a 3-mount flight controller versus our typical 4-mount. And this is what I mean by a 3-mount. You can see the front of the flight controller is actually not connected to this screw over here. We're only supported by this screw here, this one, and this one. That's why I call this a 3-mount, and that's it. Now, looking at the quad itself, there are some notable differences between the Air75 2, which is what I've got here, and the old generation. The biggest difference, of course, is going to be the new flight controller. So this one does use the 3-hole mount. It also is quite a bit beefier, being able to support more amp draw. In reality, that to me is not a necessity, but if it's more durable, that's a big plus. I did also notice that the antenna here is quite a bit longer than the prior generation. The camera is still our C03 from BetaFPV, although looking closer at this, the components are in different places, maybe just a minor revision to the actual board design. The canopy also is quite a bit different. This is the version 2 canopy. The frame itself also is the version 2 frame, which you could switch over your Air75 version 1 to this frame as well. That's what I've done in my version. And then the motors themselves look very similar. They are 0802, 22,000 kV motors. They do say Freestyle on there. The other big difference is the props. So if you recall, the Air75 version 1 came with a 2-blade prop, or I guess a bi-prop, and I found those to be quite a bit underpowered and a little bit soft. So I like to move here to a more typical 3-prop. One disappointment is that we have moved over to motor connectors. Now, the Air series is supposed to be very lightweight, and going with motor connectors kind of negates that, but does make maintainability quite a bit easier. And here's my Air75 version 1 that I'll be doing all my comparisons with, so you can see how much shorter this antenna is over here. Let me grab the other quad, just compare the 2 antennas. And I've already upgraded the motors, as you saw from my last video on this one, to the RC and power motors. And I do have a 3D printed TPU canopy. But otherwise, very, very similar look and feel, very similar construction with those notable differences. Doing a weight check, my modified Air75 version 1, it weighs 20.8 grams. Now let's compare that with the Air75 version 2 out of the box. This thing weighs 20.74, a little bit lighter. And for the battery pack, I'll be using the BetaFPV Lava 1S 450 milliamp. These weigh 12.29 grams. The Betaflight configuration is put together very well, pretty much as we've come to expect from BetaFPV. Really just 2 interesting things. The first one is that we have a non-production version of Betaflight on this. This actually has a alpha software. And then the other thing is that we don't have crash recovery turned on, so I do recommend you go into the CLI, you type in set crash recovery equals on. That way, if you do lightly tap any kind of obstacle, the quad will not freak out. To connect this quad to our Express LRS transmitter, all we have to do is power it on and off 3 times very quickly, just like this. That'll put this into bind mode, and then within our actual transmitter, all we gotta do is go into our Express LRS menu, so Express LRS, and then down here, there will be an option called bind. We say bind, and this will allow your transmitter to bind with your new quad. Flying the Air75 version 1 for its first flight was actually quite impressive. I remember doing a stock flight on the Air75 version 1 probably last year and just feeling how underpowered and unresponsive that platform was. And here we are a year or two later, and this feels completely different. This actually feels very similar to my modified Air75 version 1, and my modified Air75 version 1 has different motors, different props, full pit tune. So BetaFPV has done quite a bit to upgrade the Air75 version 2. Flying this around felt great. No weird flight characteristics. The amount of power it has with these 3-bladed props feels just right, especially for some light freestyle here in my smaller backyard. The one thing that is definitely showing up though is the camera. This camera on the Air75 version 2 is definitely different. I did some research. This is actually the C03 version 2 camera, and it has, to me, some issues with color saturation. Most of the flight is very undersaturated, and then all of a sudden you have a huge shift where the image becomes super oversaturated. So do bear that in mind. And right now, the video you're looking at was recorded on my SkyZone 04X Pro goggles, but I tried the flight with my HD0 goggles as well, same kind of performance. So that's a little bit disappointing. Flight time wise, I got about 4.5 minutes on my 450 mAh battery, so not bad, but definitely off to a good start here. On the next day out, we have definitely some better weather, and the flight performance on the Air75 version 2 continues to impress. I am finding that the pit tune on this right now feels a little bit unresponsive, a little bit soft. So as I'm flying the Air75 version 2 back to back with my Air75 version 1 that's been fully pit tuned, I'm feeling it's a little bit looser. It still flies very, very nice. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, given how there's a little bit more, I guess, slop in the way it flies based on my personal flight experience. But still flew very, very well. No weird characteristics. Maybe the odd sort of shake here and there, but all perfectly acceptable, especially for a stock configuration. On the final day of testing, I've gone ahead and done a full pit tune using my go-to software, which is Pit Toolbox. I'll give you my pit tune in the video description, but now this is flying the way I expect. It feels very tight, very responsive, and dare I say, feels a little bit more smooth, so less kind of shakes and jitters as I fly around here on these tight obstacles. But really, this is quite impressive with what BetaFPV has done. I'm really impressed with what BetaFPV has done on the Air75 version 2. This flew so well right out of the package. We'll have to take their word for the new longevity of the flight controller. I personally had no issues with broken flight controllers on even the V1, so we'll trust what they say with their testing. The one disappointment was the C03 camera, not liking the version 2. So if I do break this, I will swap it out for hopefully some old stock on the version 1. If you do want to pick up this quad, please use my links in the video description. I purchased this from AliExpress. I'll give you links in the video description to where you can purchase this along with my beta flight configuration file. So hopefully you like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for more videos.